Have you ever wanted to create and maintain your own lavender garden? An enchanting oasis filled with vibrant purple blooms, a gentle and soothing aroma, a symphony of buzzing bees, and the fluttering of butterflies. A lavender garden is not just a feast for the senses, it's a haven for pollinators, enhancing the biodiversity of your garden space. Lavender, a resilient and aromatic herb, known for its beauty and versatility, can flourish in a variety of conditions with the right care. The allure of lavender extends beyond its stunning visual appeal. This herb is cherished for its captivating fragrance, a scent that can transform any space into a tranquil retreat. But the magic of lavender doesn't stop there. With its love for full sun and well-drained soils, lavender is a low-maintenance delight. Imagine all this beauty and resilience in your own backyard. Ready to start your own lavender garden? Let's walk you through the process. The first step in creating a lavender garden is choosing the right species. You see, not all lavenders are created equal, and the variety you choose will depend largely on your local climate. Let's start with English lavender, or Lavandula angustifolia. This species is a bit of a chameleon, able to adapt to a wide range of climates. So, if your region experiences cooler temperatures, English lavender might be your best bet. It's known for its sweet fragrance and the classic purple blooms that are often associated with lavender. Now, if you're blessed with a warmer climate, you might want to consider French or Spanish lavender. French lavender, or Lavandula stochas, is a robust variety that thrives in the heat. It's recognizable by its unique flower spikes topped with showy bracts, or rabbit ears as some like to call them. Spanish lavender, or Lavandula lanata, is another heat lover. This species is known for its silvery gray foliage and dark purple flowers. It's a great choice if you're looking for a lavender with a strong, captivating scent. But don't let these names fool you. Despite their names, all these varieties can be grown outside their native regions with the right care. It's more about matching the lavender species to your specific climate conditions than it is about geographical origin. Now, it's worth noting that there are many other lavender varieties out there, each with their unique characteristics. Some are best suited for culinary uses, others for crafting, and some are simply grown for their ornamental value. So, before you make your choice, consider how you plan to use your lavender. Do you want to cook with it, craft with it, or simply enjoy its beauty and fragrance in your garden? Once you've selected the perfect lavender species for your climate, it's time to prepare the soil. Lavender thrives in well-drained, sandy, or gravelly soil. This statement is akin to the mantra of every lavender gardener. Lavender's preferred environment is one that mimics its Mediterranean homeland, where the ground is often dry, rocky, and bathed in sunlight. Now let's talk about pH. Lavender is fairly tolerant, but it does prefer neutral to slightly alkaline conditions. A pH between 6.7 and 7.3 is ideal. If you're unsure about your soil's pH, simple test kits are available at most garden centers. But what if your soil is heavy clay? Fear not, amendments can transform your garden into a lavender haven. Mixing in coarse sand, gravel, or organic matter can improve drainage and create the conditions lavender loves. The key here is to ensure that water doesn't linger around the roots, which could potentially lead to root rot, a real party pooper in the lavender world. Now let's shift our attention upward, to the sun. Lavender basks in the glow of full sunlight for a minimum of 6 to 8 hours a day. This sunbathing is crucial for optimal growth and oil production, which is what gives lavender its signature scent. So always choose a sunny spot for your lavender. When it comes to spacing, lavender plants are a bit like people. They need their personal space. Proper spacing ensures good air circulation, reducing the risk of fungal diseases. As a rule of thumb, plants should be spaced according to their mature size, typically around 18 to 24 inches apart. And there you have it. With the right soil, a generous dose of sunlight, and plenty of room to breathe, your lavender is set to thrive. With the soil prepared and the lavender planted, it's time to discuss care and maintenance. Lavender is a resilient plant, but it still needs some care to thrive. The watering needs of lavender can vary depending on the season and the plant's stage of growth. During the first growing season, regular watering is key to help the plant establish a deep root system. However, unlike some other plants, lavender prefers the soil to dry out a bit between waterings. This means that, once established, lavender can tolerate drought conditions quite well. As for fertilizing, lavender is not a high-maintenance plant. In fact, over-fertilizing can lead to excessive leaf growth, which can happen at the expense of the flowers and fragrance that we all love about lavender. If you do decide to fertilize, do so sparingly. A light application of organic compost in the spring should suffice. Pruning is another important aspect of lavender care. To shape your plants and encourage bushy growth, prune in early spring or after flowering. When pruning, cut back by about 1/3, taking care not to cut into the old wood. Lavender can be slow to regrow from old stems, so it's crucial to avoid cutting too far back. Winter care of lavender involves protecting the plants from freezing temperatures and winter moisture. In colder climates, you can insulate the roots with a layer of mulch. However, it's important to ensure the mulch isn't in direct contact with the plant's base to prevent rot. Just remember, every plant has its own unique needs, and lavender is no different. By understanding these needs and providing the right care, you can ensure that your lavender plants grow strong and healthy, providing you with beautiful, fragrant flowers for many seasons to come. Taking good care of your lavender garden will ensure its health and longevity, but how can you incorporate your lavender into your overall garden landscape? Lavender is a versatile plant that can be incorporated into various garden designs. Now that we've learned about choosing the right lavender species, soil preparation, planting, and caring for your lavender garden, let's dive into how you can create a stunning lavender garden landscape. Lavender's gray-green foliage and vibrant purple blooms make it a perfect addition to many garden designs, from formal borders to rustic cottage gardens. Its aesthetic appeal is complemented by its practicality. Lavender is hardy, requires little maintenance, and is resilient to common garden pests. One enchanting way to incorporate lavender into your garden is by lining walkways or borders. Can you imagine strolling down a path ensconced by blooming lavender, its soothing fragrance filling the air? It's a sensory delight that can transform your garden into a calming oasis. Companion planting is another great strategy. This involves pairing lavender with plants that share similar growing conditions, such as drought tolerance and a love for full sun. Excellent companions include yarrow, sedum, and echinacea. These plants not only coexist peacefully with lavender, but their contrasting colors and textures can create a visually stunning display. But what if you're short on space, or perhaps you have a patio or balcony that could use a touch of nature's beauty? Well, lavender has you covered there too. It's perfectly suited to container gardening. Just ensure the pot has adequate drainage holes and use a well-draining potting mix. Container-grown lavender can bring life and color to even the smallest of outdoor spaces, and its fragrance can make your outdoor gatherings all the more enjoyable. And let's not forget, a lavender garden is a pollinator's paradise. It attracts bees, butterflies, and other beneficial insects, enhancing the biodiversity of your garden space. This not only helps the environment, but also promotes a healthier, more balanced garden ecosystem. A well-planned lavender garden can be a stunning addition to any landscape, and with the right care and maintenance, it's a goal well within reach. So, whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, why not add a touch of lavender to your landscape? You'll be rewarded with a garden that's as fragrant and beautiful as it is beneficial. Creating and maintaining a lavender garden may seem like a daunting task, but it's actually quite simple. It starts with selecting the right lavender species that suits your climate, like the adaptable English lavender or the heat-loving French and Spanish varieties. Next, prepare your soil by ensuring it is well-drained and has a neutral to slightly alkaline pH. Remember, lavender needs a good 6 to 8 hours of sunlight and ample space to flourish. When it comes to care, lavender is a low-maintenance plant. Water it regularly during its first growing season, but avoid over-fertilizing. A little pruning in early spring or after flowering will keep your lavender bushy and vibrant. For winter care, a layer of mulch will help insulate the roots from freezing temperatures. Finally, incorporate lavender into your garden design. Line walkways, create borders, or pair it with plants that share similar growing conditions. With these tips in mind, you're all set to create a beautiful and fragrant lavender garden of your own. Happy gardening!